My research paper presentation on multilingualism and its effect on English language learner of Western Odisha. Here I introduce, we all need a medium to talk, and that medium is our language. Over 6,000 languages are spoken around the world. India is a country with different languages and culture. India is a home to 5 language families. Many native languages are spoken in India, and it is normal for people to know and understand multiple language or dialects, which may include the uses of different scripts. According to the 2021 Census of India, 121 languages are spoken as mother tongue in India. The role of English language in the field of administration, education, global communication, and in the general progress of individual and society is continuing to grow in India during the post-independence period. The story focuses on English language learner from Western Odisha. This region in Odisha is known for very high level of chronic poverty, requiring droughts, unemployment, backwardness, and underdevelopment. Western Odisha language called Sambalpuri or Kosli. This area of Odisha is multilingual area. Here people speak many mother tongues like Sambalpuri, Odia, Hindi, Chhattisgarhi, Telugu, etc. In Odisha, English acts as a second or third language. Here, English teaching that much not beneficial for students in resolving regional accent, in incorrect pronunciations, grammatical errors, and speaking, etc. Students speak a different language at home and a different language at school. Most of the students are Sambalpuri speaker. At school, they learn English as a second or third language. For find out the effect of multilingualism on English language learning of some selected high school in Western Odisha, this paper based on primary data collection. 4 high schools were selected for sample size. The participants of the study were 20 students. From each high school, 5 students are taken. 2 high schools from Napada and 2 from Kalahandi district of Western Odisha. This paper was conducted to find out whether multilingual really effect or not on Sambalpuri speaker student in on English language learning. If multilingualism effect in English language learning, then what are the influence and how student will be overcome from the consequence? Here I give some brief linguistic profile of Odisha. On 1st April 1936, Odisha was designated as a state council or independent province. It is a state formed by bringing together Odia speaking people. As per the Odisha Official Language Act 1954, Odisha used the Odia language for all official purpose. About 84% of Odisha population speak Odia and Sambalpuri and many tribal languages as their mother tongue, while the rest speak Hindi, Chhattisgarhi, Bengali, Telugu, and other languages. The languages of the neighboring border state have influenced the inhabitants of the border areas, so the language of this place has become mixed due to which the people are speak a mixture of Odia and other language. Statement of the problem. Impact of the multilingualism is on English learning on the level of high school student. Research question for this paper is there any impact of multilingualism in learning English as a second or third language in Western Odisha? Null hypothesis is yes, multilingualism has an effect on English, on learning English. Methodology, population, already I discussed about it, that I take 20 student for this for sample size, and I give an I describe data analysis. After carefully examination of the participant, the result were inserted through the SPSS software into the chi-square and analysis to determine whether the learner's multilingualism has an impact on English language learning. Here I given table. Sir, can you change? Yeah, this is. This is the table. In this table describe about use of mother tongue for communication at school and English language performance. Yeah. The importance of English in this modern time cannot be denied. English is one of the most important second language of the world. It is estimated that 1.4 billion people are use English as their official language. It is a language of more than 1500 million non-native speakers. The influence of mother tongue on English language learning cannot be denied. This concept has been very much debatable among the researchers and linguistics for many decades. The impact of mother tongue or regional language on English language can be observed from mere pronunciation to even grammar or vocabulary of the language. The question Wallis S test showed that there was a statistical significant difference in the median ELP. ELP full form is English language proficiency between two different group of students. The first those spoke in the English language with their class teacher, and the second those who spoke with their class teacher in mother tongue. Result shows that the chi-square value is b chi2 in bracket 3 is equal to 35.677, p is equal to 0.0001. Thus, it implies that median marks secured by students who talk to their class teacher in English language higher than students talk to their class teacher in their mother tongue. On the other hand, when students talk to their classmate in English, they get largely same score in the English language than students who talk to their classmate in their mother tongue. Because the chi-square value is small, chi2 in bracket 3 is equal to 1.243, p is equal to 0.2648. Here I give another table: student communication language with teacher at school and English language performance. Five students agree that they communicate with teacher in English language and they get the average mark is 54.4%. Who speak in Sambalpuri they get 38.8%, and who speak in Hindi 48.4%. There are four communication skills in teaching and learning, like listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Speaking is one of the harder skills because English language learners are afraid of making mistakes when they try to speak in English. When students communicate in English with a teacher at school, most students are afraid to express their ideas because they do not have good knowledge of grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciations. Students who can communicate with the teacher in the English language with good knowledge of grammar, pronunciation, fluency, accuracy, comprehension, and appropriate vocabulary have high score in the English language. In private school, most students speak in English with the teacher, but in government school, students speak with the teacher in their mother tongue. The Kushal Valley test showed that there was a statistical significant difference in the median ELP between the two different groups. As estimated, the chi-square value is big. Chi2 is equal to 66.469, p is equal to 0.001. Thus, it implies that median marks secured by those students who talk with their teacher in English language is higher than obtained by who speak with their teacher in mother tongue. In our research, we found that get higher marks in English language than students who talk to their class teacher in their mother tongue. But when students talk to their classmate in English, they get largely same score in the English language than students who talk to their classmate in their mother tongue. Conclusion: in modern world, multilingualism is everywhere. In fact, the number of bilingual or multilingual persons in the world exceeds the number of monolingual persons. Multilingualism poses issues that can be seen at both individual and society level. Various mother tongues are found in Western Odisha when a child speaks one language at home, another language outside the home, and another language when he goes to school. The influence of mother tongue and regional language can be easily seen in his or her English result when he or she study English. The result of this research showed that researcher null hypothesis is accepted and the alternative hypothesis is rejected. It has been concluded that multilingualism has an effect in learning the English language. Here I give some recommendations. Through this research, researchers try to explore how multilingualism influences English language learning and try to find out ways to solve this problem. It is important that teachers should identify with which weakness each student English proficiency. Whenever students make a mistake in an English language class, students should be motivated to gain confidence. Students should try to speak in English in the classroom and outside the classroom to improve their speaking ability. Courses designers should think about the need of learners in learning the English language when they plan to design the curriculum. Thank you, sir.
Ms. Kalyani, thank you so much for that paper. Well, your methodology and all of that is so nicely done. You've been rigorous there. I think there's a conceptual flaw in your study. When you talk about English for multilingual learners, you have separated English in that sense, you seem to be adhering to something called as the monolingual mindset.
Yes,
For a multilingual, if you were to look into the psycholinguistics of multilingualism itself, like for instance, the work done by Merrill Swain or work done by Professor Jim Cummins, Professor Francois Grosjean, you will see that they are telling very clearly that we don't have a separate box for English, mother tongue, and school language and all of that. It's a unified entity, and therefore the learner is on a certain processing mode. So if you are somebody who speaks English, he will or she will want to be in that English mode.
yes,
And if you are somebody who knows his mother tongue, they will want to go into the mother tongue mode. I mean, this is more like a feedback on that tone. I'm not trying to question your work, but I'm just trying to get you to see that when you have made something distinct, you are adhering to a monolingual mindset. Above all, when you were talking about, there was one slide where you were talking on errors and you were telling that, lack of confidence. The same multilingual learners also engage in something called as translanguaging, right? So the concept of a linguistic environment and a linguistic repertoire and a linguistic fit, all three have to be brought in. When you don't bring it in, you are doing a deficit. I mean, that's the word I would use. You are talking of multilingualism as a deficit capability. Thank you so much for that opportunity.
I think she has her question that she took the topic of multilingualism its effects on English language learners. So she is trying to somehow dissociate English from the multilingualism and look at the entire thing from that perspective.
That's a part of our, for us.
She's trying to find out that I think she obviously needs to be more into the subject. Like you talked about, I mean, even Ajit Mohanty's work in Odisha.
Professor Mohanty,
and you can explore that.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you, and I'm glad you're into doing some work on understanding education in a multilingual environment.